answer questions, and I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go! 8-3. Who that? Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And now it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. They'll look to throw. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll toss it to Miller. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Down, 18, Gator. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check.
2nd and 6. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Second and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Mike 54. I got you, boy. I got you.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to go for it all. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A toss to Cook. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. He's not going to get me. 555.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Going deep for Diggs. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Steelers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Come on,
so after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
61, matchbox 5.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back to throw. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
60 Pittsburgh.
The first carry now for Benny Snell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Down. 10-2 saw.
54 Mike. On the ball. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Get it.
He'll look to throw. He's got a man. Complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Now back to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Man up, D. Slam.
Hey, wahoo.
54's Mike. Check.
Looking to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Last stop.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, Haywood.
Check one. Watching your five. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Slow.
Look at me. Door. Snap.
They're going to look to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. That means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Cook. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Push him back. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
On 2nd down, it's Cook, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Taken in at the 22. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Bravo.
He'll drop to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Hey, Zoo. Get it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Complete. It's Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Setting up the screen for Miller. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Kill, turn it.
They'll set up to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Lamar Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He completes it to Treadwell. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patches, I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go. 90, Wolf. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Yo, Mike 50, Mike 50.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
Got it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here, don't end up in the end zone, ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
60 or.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this is Cook with a grab. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within? He rifles one that's intercepted. picked off by Mike Hilton. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Look, screen! Get it!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Open here, Adam Thielen. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Let's go! Let's do it!
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
On the double. 54's Mike. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Buzz. Here we go again. Ready.
Second and 2. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Next to score, Steelers 28, Vikings 10. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so...
And got his man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. They'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hey, exit. Stop.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Down. 60 or 55. Oh, here we go. Oh. Deep grip.
They'll run on first down. It's Miller. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
Second and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
You ain't going nowhere.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Hey. Motion. Get it.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop. Check. Watch 54. You must be dreaming. Hey, Delta. Say go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, break. Check 55 to Mike. And watch 6-6. Pull it high. Watch the twist.
On second down, it's Snell. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And what they're challenging here is the spot of the ball, and this is probably the hardest challenge to win.
So difficult because the speed of the game, the angles of the cameras, your angle from the sideline watching the play can often fool you into thinking that the ball should be placed in a different spot.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 2nd and 5. And Diggs has it. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd and 3. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. With that run, double-check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Let's go.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the Vikings pick up the football. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive player, dagger plays downfield, I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up second and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Right there in the middle, 55. 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So if we recap real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but Very little reason to use him at this point. But now this throw complete to Washington. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And down to the 29-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Miller. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Hit it.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Let's go. 10 logo.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing.